Good morning guys, this is Victor Urtola, this is Your Life Hilo. Now let's get to it. So the vacuum is a Kenmore Elite. It's a pet friendly crossover ultra upright vacuum. Initially when we first started using the vacuum, right out of the box, it had really good suction power. The other thing I liked about the vacuum is that it was bagless. The other thing I liked about the vacuum, the upright disconnects, making it a canister style vacuum, so you could just use a hose and the base of the upright vacuum is disconnected. Another feature that I liked about it had different tips for the hose. There's 3 functions. So one of the functions has a regular plastic tip so you can hit corners and the roof and the ceilings and on the ground and the wall. So that piece actually has the brush attached to it, so you could slide the brush forward and back, so you could either use the plastic tip or you could adjust it so you could use the brush tip. The brush tip, what I liked about it is that it assisted in agitating the walls to loosen up the cobweb and the dust and vacuum everything. The other thing I used for that was to try and see how effective it was vacuuming the screen. So I vacuumed the dust off the screen the other day and it actually was pretty good. It worked. The suction was really strong considering there's no resistance when you're sucking through a screen. So I was pretty impressed on that suction. One of the things that I liked about it is that we have a couple shag carpets at home. The pet Handimate tip is a roller agitator, so it actually worked really effective on the long fibers in these shag carpets that we have. Alright, so the things I didn't like about the vacuum, I think this contributes to the high-pitched sound to the vacuum, but since the vacuum's power, the suction power is really strong. Like most vacuums, it makes loud, high-pitched noises, but because the suction is so good with this vacuum, it has this like distinct high frequency that's kind of like layered with the regular vacuum noise, which can be annoying. Another thing that I observed is when you disconnect the canister from the base of the upright, all the weight is in the canister. It's kind of heavy. When you wanted to use the hose function, you're carrying the canister wherever you're trying to vacuum in high places. Other thing that I observed about the vacuum, when you do use the hose function, that the hose seemed kind of short. There was a lot of resistance or tension when you're expanding the hose, so you're either fighting against that, or if you didn't want to fight against it, you would have to lift the canister closer to the areas you're vacuuming so the hose wouldn't have too much tension. So that was another thing that I observed. So overall, the vacuum has a lot of suction power, and none of the negative things that I mentioned may be a deal breaker for others. If you wanted more details about the vacuum, I'm gonna leave a link on the bottom, so be sure to check that out if you're interested. So if you found value in this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, make sure you just leave them on the bottom.